disbelief in Dalton Thursday evening as Chicago's former mayor, who was hired to investigate Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard's administration, revealed the shocking spending of taxpayer dollars.
More drama in Dalton. Credit card transactions amounting to thousands of dollars without explanation and millions more owed to vendors.
A bombshell report highlights just how much financial trouble the village of Dalton is really.
Trustees say the village is facing financial disaster and they blame the mayor for mismanagement. She says this is all just political retribution.
No response to repeated interview requests. I tried to track down Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard in person today. Village employees told me she wasn't in the office.
Tiffany Henyard seems determined to deplete the financial resources of Dalton and Thornton Township before leaving office. While many were aware of the financial struggles, the full extent remained unknown until Lori Lightfoot shed light on the crisis. Now, the township faces millions of dollars in debt. To understand how it reached this point, let's look back a few weeks. Henyard's tenure has been plagued by allegations of corruption and favoritism, yet she remains undeterred. For years, residents have resisted her actions, but tensions escalated when news emerged that the FBI had launched an investigation into her.
Now we've learned from multiple sources that federal agents are in fact interviewing witnesses as part of a possible investigation that may or may not result in charges.
This arose from numerous complaints against her, including allegations from business owners, who claimed their establishments were shut down simply for refusing to support Henyard's political activities.
Is it coincidence or retaliation? Both of the Dalton bars that were raided and shut down last night, we visited the day before as part of our ongoing investigation into allegations of political corruption in Dalton.
They just rushed in here, put police at the front of the door like they was doing a raid on the drug house or something.
A team of Dalton police officers raided and shut down Pablo's Bar and Cafe and Rinky's Bar and Cafe, both located on Sibley, about a block apart.
Everything going peacefully, nothing going on. It's like 10 police cars came in and they start pushing customers from here. And he said, if you don't leave, we're going to lock you up.
Employees and owners say it's part of an ongoing campaign of harassment by Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard that is costing jobs and money. Their business licenses have been stripped by Dalton, but they've continued to operate with a state license.
A few months later, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was appointed to investigate Henyard's alleged corrupt practices. As expected, Henyard resisted, initially trying to shift the blame for the village's debt, and she tried to veto the FBI probe. However, her veto was quickly overturned by a majority vote from the Board of Her Innocence, often dismissing complaints against her as motivated by anti-Black or anti-female bias. However, she has repeatedly evaded questions about her now infamous Las Vegas trip, where she spent thousands of taxpayer dollars on hotels, dining, and airfare.
Anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting, I do not handle.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
You're not going to answer how taxpayer dollars are being spent? That seems odd.
I just answered it. What do you mean? I just answered your question.
You said you wouldn't answer about Las Vegas.
You asked me a question and I responded.
We can't dance together at this time and this moment. This is what we got this month, right? Y'all all say Martin Luther King had his ring, but guess what? I am the change.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet.
Black History Month. Of course I'm going to give away $1 million to help you pay your mortgage and your rent. Of course I am.
The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. We getting scrutinized in the media. For what? Loving on the people? Showing them that they matter to us? We going through the fires for y'all.
It's Black History Month. As the first African-American female mayor of Dalton, of course I'm misunderstood.
Y'all should be ashamed of y'allself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of
Lori Lightfoot's initial report stunned residents of both Dalton and Thornton eliciting audible gasps during her presentation.
Annual report or audit since 2021. The general fund for day-to-day operations in the red with $3.65 million. Police department expenditures up 21%, with 2 officers paid more in overtime pay than regular pay. As of June 18th, 589 checks totaling more than $6 million approved but not sent to vendors. 6 different credit cards with receipts rarely provided, and purchases under investigation, including $40,000 in charges to Amazon.
You may hear a number of things in the coming weeks, but what I can assure you is the information that we have shared, that we're putting our names on, is drawn directly from the financial records of this village.
I knew we were broke, and the way she broke it down and just let the other residents hear what was really going on, because Tiffany Henyard always talk about fake news, and this is...
Following the release of the report, Tiffany Henyard seemingly vanished. When news outlets tried to reach her after it was revealed that she had driven the general fund into millions of dollars of debt, excluding other alleged embezzlements, she was nowhere to be found.
Also found, the village's credit card spending is out of control. Mayor Tiffany Henyard didn't respond to any of my requests today, and I'm told she's not in the building. No response to repeated interview requests. I tried to track down Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard in person today. Village employees told me she wasn't in the office and didn't say when she would be. A day after this. A packed community meeting Thursday night, outburst after outburst.
The trustees pointed to the findings as evidence that Tiffany Henyard was not acting in the public's best interests, but was instead using taxpayer money to fund her lavish lifestyle.
$40,000 at Amazon. What a slap in the face to everybody that reside in 60419 zip code.
I know how I felt when I started seeing these numbers, so I can imagine how all of you are feeling after all this time being in the dark. There are a number of other things we know, but we aren't ready yet. We got to verify them 20 ways from Sunday.
Here is proof for everyone to see, and even the ones who doubt us. If you don't see through this, there's nothing I can say to you. February of 2025, clean house. Clean house.
Meanwhile, Tiffany Henyard has taken measures to protect herself from investigations, even bringing her criminal defense attorneys to board meetings. They appear to have become her new inner circle, particularly after she dismissed her former top aide, Keith Freeman.
That say things about me, I want you to prove it. Because, like I said, fact versus fiction. So you got us into this mess, and now we're trying to salvage what we can to get out.
Sitting at the mayor's side in a place usually reserved for the village attorneys, 2 unfamiliar faces. This is Chicago Federal Criminal Defense Attorney Beau Brindley, along with his law partner Ed McDavid. The website for Brindley's law firm says, "Results matter, aggressive criminal defense." The 2 criminal lawyers sat next to Henyard the entire meeting and even went into the board's closed executive session. Henyard is at the center of an ongoing FBI corruption investigation.
I didn't know them. A lot of my board members, they didn't know them either. We didn't know who they...
Henyard, unsurprisingly, is the same person who insisted she was the one doing all the work while accusing the trustees of wasting resources investigating her. The irony? She was once a Dalton Village trustee herself. Meanwhile, she elevated Louis Lacey to an even more influential position.
Police Chief Louis Lacey, fired for insubordination last week by the Dalton Village Board, is back, appointed by Tiffany Henyard as police chief. Trustees say it's an illegal appointment. Lacey was arraigned on federal bankruptcy fraud charges Thursday afternoon. It's alleged that he lied under oath in a scheme to hide assets and income from creditors.
Well, Mr. Lacey is absolutely not guilty of all 9 counts. I think the government likes to bring as many counts as possible, just so the media will say that he has been charged with 9 counts.
At the first meeting, it was revealed that Henyard had failed to submit any financial reports for the past 2 years, prompting a wave of action against her. One major step taken was freezing the allocation of $135,000 typically generated from unpaid fees and traffic fines. Meanwhile, Henyard's actions have started to distance even her own supporters, as a whistleblower has now emerged from the Thornton Board of Trustees.
Until recently, Henyard enjoyed near unanimous support on the Thornton Township Board, but now trustee Carmen Carlisle says after trusting Henyard and remaining silent, she will be a whistleblower against Henyard. Carlisle released a statement to WGN that reads in part, "For the past 2 years, Henyard has manipulated employees, vendors, and residents using her position to increase her influence, all while projecting a false image of success funded by the hardworking taxpayers of Thornton Township and the village of Dalton. Henyard shows no accountability or conscience for her actions against employees or taxpayers." Henyard has denied wrongdoing and claims her opponents are out for what she calls
with tensions still running high in Dalton. Her latest controversy arose from her dubious appointment of a village administrator.
My next appointment will be for village administrator.
Last night, Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard appointed a new top aide to a $100,000 a year job without board consent. 34-year-old Michael A. Smith, who's been active in South suburban politics for years.
The reason for Mike is he have a wealth of great information. He's a young person and ex-politician. He knows the laws like the back of his hand.
Perhaps that's because Smith has been in and out of trouble with the law for years. Public reporting shows Smith has been charged at least 8 times with crimes ranging from domestic battery to official misconduct. In 2012, Smith, then a young trustee in Dixmoor, resigned after pleading guilty to theft when he allegedly stole gasoline by posing as a police officer. Then in 2018, Smith was working as an assistant dean at Thornton Fractional High School when he was fired for sexual harassment of a female student.
To make matters worse, while the village struggles with millions in debt, Tiffany is busy partying. Share your thoughts in the comments, and for more updates, don't forget to hit the bell icon.